How could she run her kingdom afoul so soon? I feared she would get wanderlust again and disappear, but right the same evening she arrived? Apparently, Sir Victor and his companions have put strange ideas into the princess's head. Apparently, General Guston. Prince, bring Celestia back to me, and remove her carriage from this world. Yes, sir. Whoa. What about him? Is General Godfrey accepting the power? Everything's working out as calculated. The Grand Grimoire is rich in features. Okay, so not only do they have the Grand Grimoire as an explosive ability, they also have the Grand Grimoire as some sort of cloning, injecting, back-to-tank thing. Does anyone else know about it? Cameron? Don't worry about him. He's simple-minded and does not even know a fraction of the secrets behind the stone. Keep up the good work. So, everything is taking its course, my love. Very impressive. The weapon is ready and only the key is missing. The grave of Lady Reyna will be opened soon. Aren't you worried about that red-haired boy? My old friend Victor is at his side. He will take care of him. Does he know who that boy is? Certainly. That's why he lets himself be accompanied by him. It's only a matter of time before his echo is awakened. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we started off with a bang. We also made it to the Perpetua flower fields. When we left off last time, we were still trying to make it to the Fiorwoods, but I managed to find my way out. We got right into that dramatic cutscene there, and now we catch up with Glenn and the rest of our friends. When you said we will travel through some flower fields, I certainly expected something different than a swamp. Oh, it wasn't always like this. In my younger days, I took the girls here on dates. You could see thousands of flowers in every direction. What happened? Wardenshire lies east of here. Although this area was spared by the explosion a year ago, the Grand Grimoire's repercussive effects still reach this area. The Grand Grimoire did this? Yes, it corrupted the flow of ether in this area. Every animal or plant living here has mutated. Only within 1 year? That's... Please, let's hurry. So here we are. This place is so interesting. Not only is it a swamp, but it's a snowy swamp, which is usually two things that don't go together. Usually swamps are quite warm and humid, so they don't really get snowy like this. This is a very cool looking area. That little cutscene we had when we first walked in here is certainly interesting. Knowing that they're using the Grand Grimoire, like I said, not only for a weapon, but also some sort of experimental, I don't know if it's cloning or what it is, but someone's in a tank, so. Look at these! They're Spore Man! They're a snowman, but they're made out of spores. Whoa! Yeah, this place sure is unique. Say that again. Let's take down some Swarmans. Hopefully they're not as annoying as the creatures we encountered in the Fiorwoods. If y'all watched the last episode, you know exactly who I'm referring to. But yeah, and then they also mentioned something about Glenn's Echo, which obviously I don't know what it is, but I have a feeling perhaps it's relating to that voice that Glenn hears in his head every now and then. Perhaps that's the echo they're referring to. But then how do they know who Glenn is? And how do they know he has an echo? And so many questions, which I suppose will be uncovered as we continue our journey. I also really hope that Victor is not actually a double agent, like the General inferred, because that would make me sad. I like Victor. I don't want him to betray us. He seems like too good of a guy to do that, so I'm just gonna hope he was wrong. Let's build a Spore Man! Oh my god, he built another one of himself. Okay. Now we have 3 Spore Men to deal with. Is this a full Spore Man though? Looks like it. Oh, well that's unfortunate. all the Sporemen bleed. Wahaha. Muddy snowball. Ouch, that hurt. Another muddy snowball. Ow, that hurt. These all hurt very much. Need to get out of overheat so things will stop hurting. Two of our members are down. This is already giving me Fiorwoods flashbacks. Luckily, Glenn has the Ultra move ready to go. No! They're building more! How do we stop them from building more? They're just gonna build more and more and more forever. This is awful. How do we stop them if they keep rejuvenating? Okay, this is not good. Need to attack the Sporeman so he'll go away. And then... God, what is even the play here? This guy still didn't die. Oh, we're gonna die. Wow! Sporemen are not to be underestimated. Either that, or I'm just losing my edge lately. I feel like I'm getting my butt kicked by just regular enemies. Not good. Alright, let's retry. Alright, you guys will hopefully be happy to hear that second time was indeed the charm. I decided to edit out the re-battle for your viewing convenience. But it went much better the second time around because they summoned much less snowmen. So it seems there's a bit of an RNG thing to fighting those guys. Because they don't always summon more reinforcements, but when they do, it obviously makes things a little bit harder. Now, the issue is how do we even navigate around here? This looks like a dead end. Means I guess we're gonna have to backtrack over the weird lily pad-esque things. What is this little purple frog? I didn't know if we could talk to him or something. He looked a little suspicious. Ah, here we go. Must have to go this way. Oh, and what do we have here? Two little owls. King Owl. Two kings. Must be a busy kingdom. Luckily, these owls are weak to light damage, I saw. Or thought I saw. No, they're strong to light damage. Whoops. Got that totally backwards. They're weak to dark damage. Which is fine, because Bethra still has that. But I did the exact opposite, so... that's my fault there. My apologies. Alright, let's switch our elements. Next up, Dark Spear. Perfect. That does a ton of damage. Because they are weak to it. It's funny that the owls are weak to dark damage. You know, owls are nocturnal creatures. They literally live most of their life in the darkness. So that's actually a fun little thing. They're weak to darkness. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but things are going much more smoothly against these King Owls. Although, Victor probably wouldn't agree, as he just got knocked out by them. King Owl's down. Alright. very much looked like a climbable spot to me right here. I guess it's not. Terrain was playing tricks on me. Whoa. What is this? I haven't seen something like this before. It's a magical barrier. A barrier? Who built it here? Could have been a very powerful magician or a monster. Probably the latter. Either way, we need to find the caster or we can't proceed. Our magic is not powerful enough to cancel this spell. Hopefully we can find him. This is the so-called Leopold barrier. The caster must be close by. Let's search for them. Alright, our objective has shifted. Now we need to look for a powerful sorcerer hiding in the snow swamp. That can get rid of the barrier for us. First, we've got a King Owl and Sporeman team. I'll be focusing my attacks on the Sporeman to make sure he doesn't summon any reinforcements. Missed? Oh, man. Not very often does Sienna miss, but fortunately that was one of those times. She missed with her big move too, Petal Storm, which is rather unfortunate to be completely honest, but that's okay. See if we can steal anything from the Spore Man. Nope, he has nothing to steal, because alas, he is made of spores. We're actually going to switch Glenn out for Lenny right now, because we need to use magic to lower our overdrive meter, and that worked out perfectly. Down goes the Spore Man. Great work, team. You too, Sienna, even though you were lying face first in the snow. Sorry about that. Blame the Spore Man. This place is so... I absolutely love it. It's so unique of a setting. Got some scorpions here who don't actually have any weaknesses, so it'll just be a classic battle. Make them bleed, lower their defenses, and do as much damage as we can. That's the winning formula. While Victor keeps us healed up. How does Sienna always end up face first in the snow? I feel so bad for her. Good time for us to check out Bethraz's Ultra move. Divine Genesis Impact deals high non-elemental damage to one enemy. Let's give it to one of these scorpions, see if we can take one down. Where does he pull out this mega cannon from? I have no idea, but it's certainly effective. Wasn't quite enough to finish off the scorpion, but he is quite low in health. There we go. One down. I don't know if I'm, like, under-leveled for this area, which I feel like I fight mostly all the enemies I see, so I don't know if there's some grinding that needs to happen, but it feels like, as of late, we've hit a bit of a difficulty curve. You know, we're getting through it, but the battles are certainly much more difficult than they have been in other points in the game. This is a research camp from Torment. What happened? Looks like something attacked them. Might have been the beast that created the barrier. Oh man, look at these big claw marks and the scratched tents. Not looking good. Okay, we're probably on the right track. As unfortunate as it is to come across that, it's actually maybe a good idea that we have. Two king owls who want to greet us here. Hello, king owls. Haven't seen any large beasts around, have you? Perhaps that one's that look like they may be able to summon magical barriers. That kind of thing. Oh, that'll storm. Nice. Ooh, actually hit this time, too. And for a Sienna Ultra move. Whoa, 450 damage? Honestly, shout out to King Owl for still standing. Good to know that this thing has, like, at least probably 700 HP by the looks of it. A little recon from that Ultra move, too. Nice. Right. Yeah, the King Owls are very, very much my favorite enemy to encounter in these lands. I find them the easiest to deal with compared with some of the other enemies. But I suppose it can all come down to sort of the build you have in your characters as well. Look at this area. What are these tall glowing things? This place is so, like, beautiful yet eerie at the same time. Different ways to go here. Alas, it looks like all of them bring us to a dead end. Can't hop from station to station, so we'll move past the camp. Good thing to know that there is an anvil here if we want to upgrade our equipment. I actually upgraded everybody's equipment right before we left Tormund, so should be okay for right now. I guess we're going to backtrack a little bit. Doesn't look like the sorcerer we're looking for is up that way. I gotta be honest, I can't remember which way we have and have not been. I think this way is new? Yeah. Alas, it is a dead end. So while it is new, it is not exactly helping us. The swamp is a maze. Guess we'll try going back. I think I'm here. No reason to. Another dead end. There we go. Wow, there's so many of these. I don't even know what to call them. Like, kind of lily pads? Toxic lily pads, perhaps? So many of them here that we can walk on. Just me, or does this tree look very suspicious? Maybe it's because it's the only, like, tree we've seen. Like there's anything more for us here. We got some loot, so it wasn't a complete waste of our time. Sounds like there's a lot of frogs in and around this area. You can hear them ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Okay, so we're back to the magical shield now. Let's try going this way. Oh, blue. Nice. Could be missing something here. You can see the search bubble expands all the way up here, so you'd have to think the caster we were looking for must have been up this way. I mean, clearly I've missed things, because right there was a chest that I had never explored, and right here is some crystals, so... Oh, here we go. Aha! Crystals. A cave. As long as we're still finding good new stuff, I'm not worried. It would be one thing if we were walking in circles, but we're clearly not walking in circles. It's at the very least an oval. Because I'm finding new loot that we've never picked up on before. Aha! Okay, so I came all the way north past the hunter camp. You guys remember this igloo hive thing? I didn't realize you could climb up next to it, so this was the way we had to go. And here we are. Right into a cutscene. Is this a dead end? Something's wrong. You sense it as well? In the water! It's coming! Whoa! A woman? Are my eyes playing tricks on me? They are. This beast is clouding our senses. Everyone, get yourself together. She vanished. And hopefully she stays that way. Something tells me that wasn't the last we've seen of her. Bethraz, do you feel it? Yes, the ether here has been weakened. Let's return to the barrier. Whoa, okay, so we found what we were looking for. Right here, Cameron says, what is this? This fluid has the same color as the fungus over there. Is this what the scientists have been researching here? Let's drop some of the fluid on this fungus. Whoa! A bridge of mushrooms appeared. How surprisingly convenient. Looks as though they are not several different mushrooms, but actually from a single large one instead. And this might be one of its roots. How interesting. Okay, so we found the source of the barrier. We also found a new way for us to construct pathways. So things are looking up. We'll head back to the barrier now, and hopefully we'll be able to cross it. As our party wisely said, I don't think that'll be the last we see of that demon woman. But we'll call it a day for now, and hopefully I'll see you guys back here again real soon for more Chained Echoes as we continue making our way through the spooky swamp.